before Jesus was born, his story began with a woman chosen above all women, Maryam, the daughter of Imran. Her mother, in devotion, had vowed that her child would be dedicated entirely to the service of Allah. She thought this child would be a boy, but Allah willed differently. A daughter was born. And though some questioned how a girl could serve in the sanctuary, Allah had chosen her for something greater than anyone could imagine. Mariam grew up in purity, her life steeped in prayer and worship, nurtured under the care of Prophet Zachariah, who witnessed miracles surrounding her. Each time he entered her chamber, he would find provisions, fruits of different seasons, given directly by Allah. She lived a life of quiet devotion, separated from worldly distractions, preparing for a destiny that no soul had ever carried before. In her solitude, her heart beat only with remembrance of Allah, unaware that soon she would become the vessel of a miracle that would shake the earth and be spoken of until the end of time. One day, Mariam withdrew from her people, seeking solitude in the eastern part of the sanctuary. The air was still, her heart heavy with worship. But then, a figure appeared before her, a man striking and noble in form. Fear gripped her chest. "I seek refuge in the most merciful from you, if you are God-fearing," she cried. But the stranger spoke with a voice that calmed her trembling heart. "I am only a messenger of your Lord, sent to give you the gift of a pure son." Her eyes widened. "How could this be? How can I have a child?" she whispered, "when no man has touched me, and I have not been unchaste?" The angel's reply echoed like thunder and mercy at once. "So it will be. Your Lord says, 'It is easy for me,' and we will make him a sign for humanity and a mercy from us. It is already decreed." And just like that, without a husband, without human touch, life was placed within her by the command of Allah. A miracle, silent yet earth-shaking, had begun to take shape within her womb. The one who would be born would not just be her son, but a living sign of Allah's power over creation itself. Time passed, and the weight within Mariam grew heavier. With every step, whispers of fear and loneliness pressed against her soul. She walked far from her people, into a remote place where no eyes could see her. And there, under the scorching sun and the silence of the wilderness, the pangs of labor seized her. She clutched the trunk of a dry palm tree, her body trembling, her voice breaking in anguish. "Oh, would that I had died before this and been forgotten out of sight." But Allah's mercy descended upon her in her moment of despair. A voice called from beneath her, "Do not grieve. Your Lord has provided beneath you a stream, and shake the trunk of the palm tree. It will drop upon you ripe, fresh dates. So eat and drink and be comforted. And if you see from among humanity anyone say, 'Indeed, I have vowed abstention to the most merciful, so I will not speak today to any man.'" And there, in the midst of her pain, Allah gave her sustenance. Water that flowed at her feet, fruit that fell into her hands, strength that returned to her heart. Moments later, in the solitude of that place, Mariam brought forth her child. Wrapped in her arms was a boy, peaceful, radiant, unlike any other. But with his birth came a burden heavier than labor itself. How would she face her people with a child in her arms when no man had ever touched her? Infant Jesus speaks. With trembling steps and her infant pressed tightly against her chest, Mariam walked back into the village. Her people turned, eyes widening, whispers rising like a storm. Shock spread across their faces. "Oh, Mariam," they cried, "you have done a terrible thing. O sister of Harun, your father was not an evil man, nor was your mother unchaste." Their voices were sharp, their accusations like daggers. But Mariam said nothing. Her silence was her shield, just as Allah had commanded. Instead, she simply pointed to the cradle, to the tiny child resting in her arms. The crowd scoffed, confused. How can we speak to one who is a child in the cradle? But then, the impossible happened. The baby stirred, his lips parted, and a voice filled with power and purity flowed from him. "Indeed, I am the servant of Allah. He has given me the scripture and made me a prophet. He has blessed me wherever I may be, and enjoined upon me prayer and charity as long as I live. He has made me dutiful to my mother, and not arrogant or wretched. And peace be upon me the day I was born, the day I will die, and the day I will be raised alive. The crowd stood frozen, their mouths dry, their eyes wide with awe. In that moment, the truth was undeniable. This was no ordinary child. This was a sign of Allah, born to Mariam by his command, destined to be a prophet, who would guide his people back to the one true God. Years passed, and the boy who once spoke from the cradle grew into a man of wisdom, dignity, and purity. His eyes carried the light of truth, and his voice carried the weight of revelation. Allah gave him the Injil, the gospel, a scripture of guidance and mercy. And through him, Allah unleashed miracles that shook the hearts of those who witnessed them. In the marketplace, he took clay in his hands, shaping it into the form of a bird. Then, by Allah's permission, he breathed upon it, and it came to life, flapping its wings and soaring into the sky. The blind came to him, their eyes clouded in darkness, and with a touch, by Allah's will, sight was restored, light pouring into their world once again. The lepers cast aside by society, healed in his presence, their skin made pure. And even the dead, lifeless and cold, rose when he called them, only by the permission of Allah. Yet through it all, Jesus reminded them, "I do this by Allah's leave, worship him alone." But while many hearts softened, others grew harder. Some followed him in faith, but many among the children of Israel doubted, rejected, and envied him. He was not sent to glorify himself, but to call his people back to the straight path, to confirm the Torah that came before, and to guide them with the light of the Injil. His miracles were signs, but his message was clear. Indeed, Allah is my Lord and your Lord, so worship him. This is the straight path. The more Jesus spread the message of truth, the more his enemies grew restless. His miracles drew crowds, his words stirred hearts, and the leaders of his people, driven by pride and envy, saw their power slipping away. They whispered in corners, conspired in darkness, and plotted to silence him forever. Rumors spread. He blasphemes against the law of Moses. He leads the people astray. And soon their whispers became shouts, demanding his death. Soldiers were sent, torches burning in the night, footsteps thundering as they closed in. But Allah, the best of planners, would never allow his prophet to be disgraced. Just as they stretched out their hands to seize him, Allah's decree descended. In an instant, confusion spread among them. Another man was made to resemble Jesus, and he was seized instead. The soldiers dragged him away, thinking they had captured the Messiah. That man was crucified, raised upon wood, mocked and humiliated, while the truth remained hidden. For the Qur'an declares, they did not kill him, nor did they crucify him, but it was made to appear so. Rather, Allah raised him up to himself. In the unseen realm above, Jesus remains alive, a prophet safeguarded until the final chapters of human history unfold. For the promise has been made. Before the end of time, he will descend once more. When the world is drowning in corruption, when deception rules, and the false Messiah, the Dajjal, spreads chaos, the Son of Mary will return. He will descend upon the white minaret in Damascus, his hands resting on the wings of angels, his breath carrying the death of falsehood. With justice he will rule, breaking the cross, killing the swine, abolishing the lies spoken in his name. He will slay the Dajjal, the great deceiver, and peace will spread across the earth like a dawn that never fades. In his time, wealth will overflow, swords will be abandoned, and every heart will know the truth. Allah alone is worthy of worship. Yet even he, the Messiah, will live as a servant of Allah, praying, fasting, worshiping, until his destined time of death. And when he passes, the Muslims will pray over him and lay him to rest, sealing a story that began with a miraculous birth and will end with the final triumph of truth. This is the story of ʿīsā ibn Maryam, Jesus in Islam. Not as a son of God, but as a servant of the Most High. Not as one crucified, but as one raised. His life remains a testament to the power of Allah, a sign for all of humanity, and a reminder that truth cannot be silenced, and his story is not finished. He will return, descending once more to set the record straight, to crush falsehood, and to restore justice before the final trumpet is blown. Until that day comes, his message echoes across the centuries. Indeed, Allah is my Lord and your Lord, so worship him. This is the straight path.